Good afternoon, everyone. Trevor Thompson, TNT Pressure Cleaning, dynamite service with explosive results. So we are inside of a pool enclosure and we're gonna get this deck all cleaned up. I noticed that the beams are not only oxidized, but have some mold on them, some mildew on them, some algae. So we're gonna offer a pool enclosure cleaning as well. But I'll let you take a look at what this deck looks like. Let me set my coffee down real quick. You can see the mold, which is green, and that's set up along here. If you guys can see that, that's what that looks like. And sodium hypochlorite, we'll be rid of that in no time. And then we've got some, dirt and grime that's through here. And we have a little bit of growth that's occurring between the seams. So you can see the growth that's in here, what that looks like, and what that looks like. So that's inside of the pool enclosure here. And we looked at the tops and you can see the green through here. So that definitely you're gonna need to treat that. But you can see the burn through, how the paint is very badly sun damaged. That's sort of something that we want to take into consideration, because if you shoot this with too much pressure, I'll let you take a look at what that looks like. Can you see that fading through there? You can see how you have sort of good paint here, and then it's sort of marbling through there. What that is the sun has been beating up that paint for so long that paint is basically gone. If I walk you over here, I want to show you really quickly what this sort of looks like. So we do have our mold that's present here. You can see the green through there, so that needs to be addressed and taken care of. But if you do just a standard finger test, you can see that finger is nice and clean right here, and you can see the side of the beam is relatively clean. But if I just rub the beam down like this and you look at my finger, you can see that white chalky residue. So here's a clean finger right here, and if we just go like this alongside and you take a look, you can see that there is oxidation present. So that's how you're able to tell if you have that chalky white residue. Now, I want to say this. If you do have that white chalky residue present, you can really mess these things up by applying too much pressure to the beam. So yes, you can do an oxidation removal. You can use LA Awesome, or you can use gutter butter, any type of an aluminum brightener. I use LA Awesome, but LA Awesome, you definitely have to know what you're doing, because you will strip whatever paint is left on there. So you have to dilute that product more so than you would completely imagine. Use a bucket, use a soft bristle brush, and you apply it with a pump up. So there's a technique to it, and it takes a little while to figure out. It's not something you want to do a trial run on. So please be advised. Gutter butter's the same way. You really got to know what you're doing. It's not that difficult. It is very labor intensive, because it's not something that you spray on and rinse off. You can fry screens if you don't know what you're doing and you're not getting those screens wet and you're not rinsing properly. You can burn the screens. So oxidation removal is a whole different animal, and it's something that we do offer. But just wanted to let you be advised that you can clean this cage with soap and surfactant, with a good surfactant, good high-end soap, industry standard soap, and a sodium hypochlorite product, 10.5, 12.5, whatever you can get your hands on. And I like to use the X-Jet because I can stand off, not apply too much pressure, and it works really, really well. You can also use soft washing tips. You do not want to be using a high pressure tip on these oxidized aluminum beams, because you will leave marks everywhere. So just to give you guys kind of a heads up on that, I'm going to grab my coffee and walk you guys around front, because the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to shoot a solution onto the driveway and let that cook. Now we have made note that there's quite a bit of rust iron and sulfur. So we're going to be coming back to do an acid wash after my friend of mine, who's a finishing carpenter, is going to come and grind down a high lip on the driveway. I'll show you what that looks like. You can see that high lip right there. See how that driveway is raised right there? So you can either put a lift under there and raise that up, or you can let me set this coffee down, or you can either put these bags under there and lift that whole driveway up, the area, the control joint to control joint, and get it to become even, which is quite a process and relatively expensive. Or you can grind that down. And so he's going to be grinding that down, but we're going to be cleaning today. And the reason being is because you can see here, you can see your typical dirt and grime, and you can see your mildew, and obviously you can see your mold in through here. So you can see what that looks like. So that'll be nice and pretty when we're done. But we do have, like I told you, we have a good bit of rust, iron, and sulfur. Oxalic acid will easily treat this, and I'll show you what that looks like. You can see that reddish look. See how it has that real reddish look in through here. So some oxalic acid through here would brighten this up and make this look really, really nice. And that's an added service that can be, that can be done should the customer wish to do that. That does not come with the driveway surface cleaning. That's an additional service because of the cost of oxalic acid and the labor that goes into it, and the fact that you're breathing a very hazardous chemical. And especially, I was using some muriatic acid the other day, and boy, I tell you what, that wind is in the wrong direction, and if you're shooting, a very hot mix of muriatic acid, man, it could, you should have your chemical respirator on. Let's just put it that way. All right, everyone, have a great day. Keep cleaning. This is going to be a driveway surface cleaning along with a walkway to the front foyer. We're going to be doing the curbing alongside. We're going to go from property line, which is down there, all the way through to property line there. The reason I parked across the street is so I can drag my equipment out, shoot these curbs without getting any SH into my rotors and rusting out my vehicle. Yes, there is a wash, really nice wash that you can use. So if you do have to pull up next to the customer's house and you have no other choice, I highly suggest getting that wash, the truck wash for, your rotors and your brakes and everything else, because SH left unattended on your vehicle is no good. Take care, everyone. Keep cleaning. Trevor Thompson, TNT Pressure Cleaning. Dynamite service with explosive results. When I'm finished, you guys will see a brand new looking driveway. Take care, everyone.